Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm really excited because I'm going to bring you a fun, easy to do DIY Halloween floral planter. Oh my god, this is going to be something fun for you to do. Get your spooky craftiness on. I actually found this simple, easy to do floral planter on TikTok. The account that I found this beautiful DIY floral planter was from Mrs._Allison Ann. I believe that's the account. I will link it down below, and I'm going to give them a mention in my description as well, because that is the original person who I seen it from, and I don't want to steal the idea from anyone. That's where the inspiration and the idea came from. Their TikTok was very helpful and very inspiring, and they have a beautiful fall floral planter if you want to do that one, or if you want to do the one that I'm doing. You can do so many cute looks. The sky's the limit, and so much cheaper than the one from Kirkland's, which is like $40. So if you want to do a beautiful do-it-yourself floral planter for like basically more than half off the original one, here it is. Before we do anything, we gotta cut off the handles to the pumpkin. So I'm taking some, I guess, garden scissors, and I'm going to snip off the handles to the pumpkins. The next step in the TikTok, I saw that you paint the full pumpkin white, but I am actually going to do my own version, and I'm going to paint this solid black. I'm not going to use regular household paint. I'm going to use spray paint for all three of the pumpkins, and I'm going to place a nice protective layer on my bedding. I know that it's just my work area bedding, so I'm not too worried about it, but I still want to protect it and make sure that lasts. So I'm using a previous used garbage bag for protecting the pumpkins, and I'm going to start spray painting these pumpkins right now. The person in the video used what I believe was a household paint. I'm not sure what kind of paint they used in the video. I didn't find that at Walmart, so I'm going to go in with some spray paint. The spray paint that I'm personally going to use is from Color Place. It is just fast dry spray paint in black. Make sure that you shake it up, and make sure that you're in a well ventilated room, and give yourself breaks. So let's get started. I put on disposable gloves because the spray paint was starting to dye my finger black. They were going to have a change of venue because this is just getting to be kinda out of control here. So far I'm happy with the way the front looks, but all the other spaces around the pumpkin is not doing too hot. This is my first time doing this, and I'm just like, we're all learning together right now. We are not a DIY channel, and this is the reason why. Because of this kind of stuff happening, we're going to do the best we can. And you know what? I'm sure it's going to look freaking dang awesome when we're done here. There is some uneven patches on here, and there is some like blue spots I need to touch up. But for the most part, I'm really happy with the way it came out. I did have to use multiple layers of spray paint. Like I had to spray paint these multiple times to get them to how they look right now. I recommend using an actual paint Spray painting these are a bit of a challenge, but you know, I'm kind of like cheap, so I wanted to do this on a budget. I recommend using something that wouldn't stick to the pumpkins for your protection area. Using garbage bags was kind of like a mistake because they would snag and get held and stuck to the garbage bag. So maybe some newspaper, something that won't stick to the bottom of the pumpkins. The next step in the video, I saw that they had the exact same metallic paint using the Deco Art Dazzling Metallics acrylic paint. I'm going to paint the features of the jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. I'm going to shake up my metallic paint here, a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to start to paint the features of the pumpkin. The eyes, the nose, and the mouth with the gold paint. The first layer of paint on the pumpkins. I'm going to go in and do the same for all the other pumpkins I have left. There is a hole in the bottom of the pumpkin, so I want to cover that hole. I'm going to take a marker and I'm going to draw an outline of the pumpkin. Like so. So I have 3 circles and I'm going to cut them out with some scissors. I'm going to take my scissors and cut out the circles I just made. You can take an X-Acto knife, you can take a box cutter and cut it more efficiently than I am. Right now scissors are my only tool that I have because I cannot find any of my other tools, so this is what I get. So I'll be here a long while cutting these circles out of the box. Got some different scissors, and these ones are a lot more efficient than the previous scissors that I had. Those are our 3 pieces to go into the bottom of the pumpkins. Right now I'm warming up my glue gun and I'm going to hot glue the bottoms into the pumpkins. Right now I'm just adding some hot glue to the cardboard cutout circles that we made, and we're going to place it into the bottom of our pumpkin base. Make sure to firmly press it down in the bottom, making sure that we get that hole nice and strong. We're going to do that for all of the other pumpkins that we have right now. Now we're going to put in a stabilizer for the bottom pumpkin. And I have some dirt that I got from outside. Didn't use any fancy soil, so I'm just going to pour this into the pumpkin and smooth it out. Now that we established our bottom base pumpkin, we have our dirt inside of the main stabilizing pumpkin. We're going to now add the other 2 pumpkins on top with some hot glue, and we're going to seal up the pumpkins and make sure that they're stable and that they're stacking one on top of the other. So we're going to start hot gluing around the top of the pumpkin, making sure that we have a nice solid hot glue seal all around the pumpkin top edge. And we're going to add a little bit on the bottom of the second pumpkin, so that way it really is going to hold on and stay stable and strong. Get rid of those. And then we're going to place it on top evenly and symmetrical, and we're going to hold it there for a few moments. I recommend holding this down for at least maybe 2 to 5 minutes or so, just to make sure we have that established stability. We're going to do the same thing for the third pumpkin. We're going to make a seal around with the hot glue. We really got a secure seal, so we're going to hold on to this. Not too hard, you don't want to be too harsh, you want to be firm yet gentle. We're going to hold this until it's a good solid seal. The pumpkins have finally settled and dried, and I'm going to now use some ribbon that I found at Michael's. It is black, sparkly, silvery ribbon. I have my hot glue gun warming up on the side here, so I'm going to turn this around and we're going to get started. The ribbon is to camouflage the hot gluing and to give it a nice decorative touch and feel. So we're going to start by placing a little bit of hot glue right near the center in the middle, and all the way around. Be careful when working with hot glue. All those little stringies. Where we started, and we're going to start applying our ribbon all around the edging, and then trimming off the excess, like so, and then hot gluing that little piece, and then cleaning up all of the little hot glue stringies all around the pumpkin. We're going to do the same thing for the top as well. And taking our ribbon and then putting it around as the trim. Snipping off the excess and then going in and gluing down that little piece that has been exposed. And then we're going to go around and collect all the hot glue stringies that have been left on the pumpkin. Go around and clean that up, clean up the little edges, make sure there's no stringies around. Get rid of those as quickly as possible, so that way they don't stick onto the pumpkin. Now for the final touch, I'm going to be adding some Dollar Tree Halloween Floral to my planter. This is the finished planter and it looks so pretty. I'm so happy with the way it turned out. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe for more Halloween videos.